Hi, I'm Jonathan Pierce, and welcome to ShedStash.com. Cool stuff in a shed that you can shop online. And today, we're going to tell the story of the Shed Shop sign. When I first started out, the first name I came up with was Tulsa Shed Shop. You had the SEO with Tulsa, you had the name Shed, so people knew you're actually coming to a shed, and I need you to know that. And my first idea was to use a shipping pallet. I had already had experience painting something on a giant pallet in the past. You know when you come up with an idea for a skit, and you're like, oh, that would be funny. And then you actually go and do it? Well, that's what happened with the art interview, which was this skit where we were art interpreters. And we were sitting in front of art, interpreting it, explaining it, and that was basically the whole idea of the skit. And the background of that was a shipping pallet that I had painted this crab guy on for that video. And if you want to actually watch that video, you can. Just go over to somethinggoodtowatch.com. That video will be there. There's a bunch of other videos there by other video creators, funny stuff, goofy stuff. Somethinggoodtowatch.com will answer that call. So I thought I would just do the same thing for the shed, but those shipping pallets, some of them can be really heavy, so I wanted to make my own out of a lot lighter wood. So I just got some cedar wood and I built the size box that I wanted and screwed it together with some small screws. And I had found a background that I wanted to use, and I wanted to paint that on it, but I wasn't confident in my own skills to paint the fade. So I got a buddy, Josh Dunbar, and I built this stand, and I cleared out my living room and I put some blankets down for it to sit on, and he came over and he painted that fade, and he helped me see like, oh, this purple actually has a little bit of blue in it, and this orange has a little bit of yellow in it. So he did a great job. Then I knew from another artist friend of mine who would shoot images that he would draw up on a canvas and trace them before he painted them, that you could use an overhead projector and shoot your image on a large background. So I just took the lettering and I shot that against my wood palette, and I traced that and I painted that. And then I hung that sign up on here on the shed, and it was like that for a long time. Tulsa Shed Shop was the main name. And then I decided I wanted to change the name to something that was more online and not something where people necessarily thought I have to physically go there, because I started doing a lot more shipping things anywhere in the US and even really all over the world. And so I came up with ShedStash.com. Still got the shed in there, and so I didn't want to repaint something all over again. So I decided I would put a banner over the current sign. So I went into Photoshop and I took the measurements of what my current size was for the wood palette that was up there. And I also went onto Vistaprints.com. A lot of people might know that for business cards, but they do all kind of printing. So they also print banners, and so I found the size banner that they offered that was the closest match to my sign. It was a little bit longer and it wasn't as tall, so I had to kind of improvise. And I took those measurements into Photoshop, and I just made a giant file in Photoshop, like 57 inches tall by 67 inches wide, whatever it was. I sent that to Vistaprints. I ordered that came in the mail, and it just came in this tube, and I rolled it out. And then I took it out here, and I first started by just using some push pins to get it in place. Then I got some metal fasteners, and I don't even really know what they're called or what their probably original use is actually for, but I just spread those out and screwed those in on the top and on the sides and on the bottom. And with those being a really bright, shiny metal, I knew that when the sun hit them, if I was ever doing a video out here, it was gonna be this real obnoxious, shining, bright light hitting off of those metal fasteners on the sign. So I still had some of the original paint from when we painted the sign, and I was kind of paying attention to Josh mixing colors, and so I got all that stuff out, and I just started kind of experimenting and mixing colors and trying to get the closest match that I could. And then I just got a little artist brush and I painted over those metal fasteners to cover them up and camouflage them into the sign so that you really wouldn't see that they were there. And it ended up working out well and blending in and looking good. So that's everything you didn't even know you wanted to know about the Shed Shop sign. I also forgot to tell you I had to spray that thing down with wasp spray. There might even be a wasp over there right now. Make sure to stay tuned for more videos where we're going to dive into the shed and look at all this crazy stuff. Make sure to subscribe to me on YouTube. You just have to go to shedstash.com. That right there. You just type that in. It'll take you to the YouTube channel. Subscribe. Show me you're alive. Put a comment in there. Click the like button. And until next time, have yourself a shed stash kind of a day.